Hey, Sunday night soul timers. Hope that you're doing well. Had a good weekend. Back with another Sunday night soul time for you to help you really navigate those Sunday night scaries, when we just start to get nervous, anxious about the week ahead. And I think we all deserve to feel good on a Sunday, right? So last week we were talking about the letting go, diving really deep into the topic of surrender, working with that quote from Eckhart Tolle that says that surrender is the simple yet profound wisdom of yielding to rather than opposing the flow of life. And really embedded in that is the notion of radical acceptance, right? Because the flow of life isn't always good, okay? I think if we look to nature and the seasons, it is perfectly a way of showing to us what life and the flow of life is about. There are seasons, okay? There are winters. So being able to recognize that it is so futile at times, and that you're only causing yourself to suffer more when you are opposing what's happening. You can't change what's happening. What's happening is what's happening. The present moment is, 5 minutes ago is done. And so your spiritual journey, your personal growth is how much you are able to be in acceptance. It doesn't mean you like it, but when you're resisting to a place that you're harming yourself, emotionally, perhaps you're lashing out at others even. As Eckhart Tolle says, he's like, what could be more insane than to resist the present moment? Okay. So take some time perhaps and think about how you are able to, or not, live in this idea of radical acceptance. For me, I notice that I get ideas in my mind about how things are going to happen and when. And when they don't, then I start creating a story in my mind that something's wrong. So I create all this little, and then I'm unhappy. Okay. I create all this little insanity, not based on any kind of reality, trust in the universe, trust in the flow of life, and needlessly cause myself to suffer. So what is your story that's similar to that? In what way do you choose to attach to a control, right? So I'm trying to control if I have an expectation about how and timing, right? So in what ways is your attachment to wanting to control the flow of life lead to your own suffering? And so to practice that, and this is going to be a real short one tonight, I want you to make a list of the top 5 expectations you have for this year. Okay. And be honest with yourself. Like we all have ideas. Like I think it could be in general. I think this year is going to be whatever, a good year. That's a great expectation, but it's an expectation. Okay. It could be about certain things you've been working on. It could be about something at your job. It could be about something with one of your kids. My kid's in high school, her last year, and I expect she's going to college next year. Well, that's an expectation. So write down the top 5 expectations you have and the ones that you feel the most attached to. And then what I want to invite you to practice, and I really invite you to do this for the next 30 days if you can, is get a box, like a shoe box, a small old jewelry box, some kind of container of some sort. We're going to call this your surrender box. And I want you to take those 5 things, and every single morning for at least the next week, if you can do it the next 30 days, great, for a month, write those 5 things on a piece of paper and put them in the box as an act of surrendering them. And then I want you to just get curious. Do you feel a little bit lighter? Do you feel more fearful? Like, oh God, if I don't hold on to this, not going to be good. I just want you to observe and get curious about what comes up, what you can learn about your own attachments and how your own attachments are leading to your own anxiety, work, or otherwise. Okay. So that's the practice for this week. And in the meantime, I just invite you to get really curious in general, what it is you're holding on to. Are there certain types of situations or with certain people that you just try to control more, that you are not in the space of the letting go, that you are not yielding to the flow of life, that you are not in acceptance of? Get curious about that, see what it reveals. But in the meantime, I wish you the most beautiful week ahead. Like I said, this is a short one. Also, I wanted to let you know we are having, as part of the Women's Purpose community, an intimate wellness retreat in Malibu, April 29th to May 3rd. This is open. This is available to not just Women's Purpose community members. It is for women. So if you would like to come or would like more information, we have an incredible program planned. It's going to be beautiful, hiking, yoga, all the things. And I would love to host you. So feel free to email me if you're interested. But other than that, wishing you a beautiful week ahead. Bye for now.